wake up. Wake up. Okay? You're gonna literally gaslight your own self into being alone. Like, I'm over it. I'm getting tired. My patience is wearing thin. You want us to settle? Don't settle. Don't settle. Keep wanting that little thing. Keep wanting that non-existent man that you created in your mind. And then come back to me and tell me when I'm there married with my kids and all that other stuff and you're not, tell me how that worked out for you. Tell me how that worked out for you. Okay? It's very exhausting. It's very exhausting. Some of you don't want the truth. You don't want the truth. You want your delusion to be coddled, okay? I'm not going to do that here. I don't do that, okay?
If a man ever brags that they do not chase women, oh, she's falling down. If they brag that they do not chase women, if they brag that they're not going to go out of their way for a woman, you like men. You want to be a princess. You want a man to chase you. They haven't admitted to themselves that they are like actually gay, okay? Because a guy who like, guys know, like, it's not about chasing women in particular, like, it's more about pursuing a woman, okay? If they're like bragging that they do not pursue women, like, you're kind of girly, kind of weird. It's just not a flex, because the girls that are actually of high quality are going to not chase you. They're not going to chase your validation. They're not going to go out of their way to prove to you that they're worth being picked, okay? Because a lot of the high quality women that you want are going to require you to pursue them. And yes, I am referring to pursuing, not chasing. So if a woman's not showing any signs of interest, of course the guy shouldn't have to chase them, right? But if you're bragging that, oh yeah, like, I just, I'm not going to chase a woman. I'm going to have her come to me. I'm not going to pursue women. I'm going to have her come up to me. She needs to show me that she's worth being with. Like, I'm sorry, in what world? You are not the prize. The woman is the prize, always. And if you think you're the prize, sir, I think you need to be with men. You need to be with men, and you have to acknowledge the fact that you might possibly be gay. And that's okay. Just learn to accept it. Stop complaining, because the girls that you really want are going to require a little bit of effort. Sorry, sir. It's just how it is.
Whatever you want to say, you're not going to shame me into wasting my time and money. Oh.
Girls, you have to get these like men hating women in check, okay? If I try to do it, all they're gonna do is jump down my throat, be like, it's always a man. It's always a man. Okay, how about if you want to go be a lesbian, be a lesbian? And I say that with love, because I love lesbians and lesbians love me. Lesbians love me too, okay? But if you hate men so much, stop trying to drag all the straight women with you into Haterville. A lot of straight women, they love men because they love D-I-C-K, okay? Piss me the f off. You want everyone to be miserable and hate men just because you do, because none of the guys want you. Because none of them want you.
Yesterday I told my husband I wanted to be separated from him. Even just 5 years ago, I didn't understand how people who could love each other so much to get married and have kids and build a life together just throw it all away like that. But something never felt right with me. Something never felt right with my relationship. It was always confusing. Do I believe he loves me? Yes, I have no doubt he would absolutely kill for me. But when it comes to nurturing and loving someone and like wanting to bend every will in your body for them and desire them or just take them out or make them happy. The one example that always stuck out in my mind was when he described his uncle's relationship with his wife. His uncle was kind of a Rolling Stone type of guy, never really had a home. And he met his wife and he said just how he dances with her and grabs on her and loves her. I could just tell that she was the one, that he just loves her so much. That's an odd thing to say to a wife that you don't dance with, hug, grab, or little things like that throughout the years. And when he loved me, God, he loved me so hard. But then the next day, the problem was always me. I could never be together. You know, I had to go back to therapy. I had to read all the self-help books. And you wouldn't believe how many I have read. And I have them all. I will show you.
We don't care.
I even went to school for psychology. So I studied this. I became obsessed with it because I was convinced that if I just did the right thing or said the right thing, that he would fall one gigantic thing. I wish it was. I wish I could be like, he cheated and I hate him. Does he love me? Yes. Is he in love with me? No. What? It was never one gigantic thing. I wish it was. I wish I could be like, he cheated and I hate him. Does he love me? Yes. Is he in love with me? Unknown is scary. I didn't even know I was ready until it actually happened. It was intuitive.
A few moments later.
Yesterday I told my husband I wanted to be separated from him, and people keep saying sorry, and I'm only crying right now because that was probably the hardest thing I've ever done. I truly thought I was gonna be with him forever. And I still love him so much, and I wanted it to be different, but it's not. It's okay to be upset. This is 17 years of my life we're talking about. Somebody I shared children with, who I built a life with. So yeah, say sorry, but also say congratulations for also being really strong, because that was not easy.
You know, a lot of times we see these women continuing to talk about what the man did wrong. No matter how nice it is, you can put music in the backdrop that's heartfelt and really adds to the story. But honestly, that's what it is at the end of the day. It's just a story. You really didn't take care of that man. You really didn't reflect on anything that you might have done in the relationship to cause the rift. Just no accountability from these modern women. And really, honestly, what do you expect?
Whoever said men love when women shoot their shot is a lie. Because I slid into some man's DMs and I let him know he was handsome. And I told him, like, you know, you handsome and I might just let you take me to lunch. And he gonna leave me on red.
I bet the f he did leave you on red. It ain't no way y'all don't be thinking before y'all say G. You really DM'd that man and said that and you expected a response? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I wish a woman would, gang. If a woman ever DM me and say, hey, you handsome, I just might let you spend your money on me. What the f do I look like? Is this something on my forehead? Do it say goofy? You get the f on. I'ma leave you on red too. How dare you volunteer my money and I don't know you? If you don't get the f out my pockets, stranger. What's next? You might let me pay your rent.
It's hilarious because these modern women think they're more important than they actually are. Nobody's checking for you.
Using a classroom setting, talking about body count while advertising OF should be illegal. I don't even want to use my hands for this diseased behavior. Alright, it's time for the wall of shame. Look at these comments. You're so beautiful. You're so pretty. Liam, you follow me and you know how I feel about this. Unbelievable. The OF in the classroom is given this kind of vibe and it should absolutely be destroyed.
If a guy ever says, oh, you're too high maintenance for me, that is literally code.
Ladies, here's something to remember. Guys rarely, if ever, speak in code. That particular predilection happens to lie most often with another gender that I could mention. So when a guy says that you're too high maintenance, that's exactly what they mean.
Or I can't afford the lifestyle that you have and I can't provide for the lifestyle that you have. So I'm going to tell you that you're too high maintenance for me in order to make myself feel better because I can't afford that and it kind of hurts my ego that I can't get something.
No, being called high maintenance usually means that person is focused mainly on materialistic things and on maintaining their outward appearances.
So like I'm going to blame it on you because you're too high maintenance. Yeah, and I'm just gonna make myself feel better because,
No, but speaking of things that people tell themselves to make themselves feel better, this is an excellent example. If a guy doesn't want to date someone who's high maintenance, that doesn't mean that they necessarily can't afford them. They just don't want to put up with them.
Run.
Indeed.
So many amazing type A girls are single.
Yeah, it's probably because guys don't think they're amazing. If it's you think they're amazing, unless these ladies are playing both sides of the ball, it's not really helping their case.
But like, you think this is wifey material?
Are you saying that I'm not?
Are you?
Are you saying that I'm not?
Bro, come here, Quinn, you what's up? Hey, do you think she's wifey material by showing her boobs out?
Who? Wifey material by showing her... I mean, she's pretty fine.
You know, I don't know about wifey material
Well,
by
no,
showing
because wifey material doesn't define what you're wearing. It's the type of person that you are.
Nah, okay, I agree. But if let's say if I was your boyfriend, I wouldn't like you to be wearing this.
Okay, but you're not. She's my girlfriend.
No, I'm not. That's why I don't give.
I want my girlfriend to wear this. I think my girlfriend looks hot. I want my girl to go out like that.
But answer this.
I agree. What is a guy gonna think when he sees this?
She a little.
I want my girl to go out and everybody be like, oh, she's hot.
Just thinking as a guy.
Excuse me? So you're calling me a
That's the way guys think.
So yes or no, are you calling me
I am.
Wow.
That's the way guys think.
No. My girlfriend.
Yeah, they don't know the way guys think.
You're small. So basically you're small.
They are an added bonus and fun in our life, but we are okay being single.
Young lady, respectfully, I'm going to tell you, delete this now while you can. This is not going to age well at all. By the way, the microphone in which you speak on, the microphone in its existence, was invented by a man. But that's besides the point. Again, this is not going to age well. This is like the new trend now. We don't like men. We don't need men. They're just, stop it. Don't follow that. These girls are going to get you in trouble because I know you saw that somewhere. This is not you thinking for yourself. I highly doubt that. Whenever you make a video and there are more comments than likes, that should be your indication to maybe take that down. You're fighting a losing battle. Respectfully, of course.
Must be nice. Chilling in Toronto talking stupid, saying dumb stuff, nobody checking you. What could be better? I'm in the wrong business.
I was talking to this old man the other day and I asked him, I said, can you give me one piece of advice when it comes to women? He said, you got to be the side dude before you can understand how sneaky women really are.
Oh, son, your math ain't mathin'. Nice try, though. First of all, I can hire someone for minimum wage to do all of those things you listed and more quite easily. Pay a lot less than what you're claiming. And none of those things are actually a full-time job unless you're so utterly incompetent at doing them that it takes you hours to complete a simple task. I mean, I get it. For women, opening the lid, putting the laundry and detergent in, and then pushing a button creates a heavy mental load. How do I know? Because that's what they tell us every single day. But let's be honest, it doesn't exactly take a rocket scientist or a lot of time to do that. The reality is, I was a stay-at-home for a while back in the day, raising 6 kids. I did all of those things you listed and more in about an hour, maybe 2 on a given day. So just stop with the victim mode already, will ya? And if it really is that hard, then here's a thought. Why don't we let the women become the providers and we men will stay at home? Funny though how none y'all ever want to consider that possibility. Gee, I wonder why. Look, bro, we see you for what you are and what you're doing. Either you're one of those cute little pander bears desperately hoping to get attention from women by saying things that they like hearing, or you're grooming them in hopes of finding your next victim, which sadly is exactly what a lot of the so-called male feminists are doing online. Either way, it shows what a load of crap your claims are and why we need to expose them for the fallacy.
Back in the day, it was a lot of it harder to wash clothes and cook. But a lot of people in general don't make food from scratch. They don't wash clothes with their hands in a tub. They don't actually have to get down there and scrub out their clothes. Tide does it for them. Gain does it for them. So you sit up, I mean, my God, Cascade is doing your dishes for you, brother, sister. You're not working that hard. Can't we stop, please?
It's all about their feelings. They're not going to sit there and say, he really did take care of me when I was down. He really did protect me from this guy that tried to burglarize the house. He really did do X, Y, Z. There's no equity. Okay? Women don't have the same sense of loyalty that men do. And righteousness, they don't. This is why another uncomfortable reality, they're able to monkey branch to another individual, to another guy so easily. You guys ever wondered why women are able to get over relationships so quickly? How they're able to just monkey branch to the next guy, not even give it a thought? Meanwhile, the guy's heart is broken and they just are cold-blooded? You guys ever wonder why? I'll tell you why. It's a biological imperative, my friends. Okay, it's called Pripal's Law. Basically, once the man stops providing value to her, she's going to end the relationship. The formation of the relationship and the existence of the relationship is basically based on the female's needs and if they're still being met. If they're not, the relationship more than likely will end. Because like I've told you guys before, women are professional and biological resource extractors. If they're no longer able to extract from you, the time is ticking and they will leave.
China and North Korea both left me on red. Send the missiles.
Want to piss your girl off the most possible, tell her that you've been started practicing stoicism. So like, dude, like I have some of the quotes, man. Like if you tell women this, they cannot, like here's one, like you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Like it's just like, it's not about what's in your mind. Like the shit like that where you're like, it doesn't matter. Like nothing matters. It's just like, like internalized. It's
not a big deal.
Nothing's a big deal.
Calm down.
Nothing's a big deal. Calm down. Like honestly, I'm starting to think Marcus Aurelius just like hated his wife and he's just like, I'm a stoic now. I can't deal with this.
The ladies over here, sometimes I wish I was just like, wow. It's okay. At least your husband's hot. How long have you guys been married? What did he do wrong today? He works too much. I'm sure you're not complaining when you're sitting in that plush home, are you? Those highlights aren't going to pay for themselves now. And you have bangs, and I know you have to fucking cut those every 3 weeks, so that is not cheap either. Okay? Can we say thank you to the hubby?
What do I do? Nicole, you need to split back in. What do I do? It's not stopping. I don't. What do I do with it?
Mandatory vasectomies for baby boys. What? I'm sure the rest of us can't wait to hear what the logical rationale behind the proposed forcible sterilization of innocent children would be.
If that made you flinch, good. You won't want to miss part 2 either.
Oh yeah. I can't wait. I'm sure it makes about as much sense as the first statement.
Trust me. You want to solve half of society's problems?
I actually think that we're witnessing part of society's problems right now in this video by seeing a person that's actually advocating for the mutilation of children. But go on.
Start there. Because here's the truth, men don't want to wear condoms. They don't want accountability, they want raw. And when the baby comes, they say, oh, it's not my problem, so fine. Mandatory vasectomies. Problem solved.
The saddest part is, this is not an isolated incident of delirium, and the comment section in that original video speaks volumes to that effect. But what I've noticed that a lot of these individuals that makes these sort of statements have in common is that instead of holding the grown men accountable for the actions that they're taking, they would instead punish the innocent. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Fix the fathers, fix the future.
Well, here's something that some aren't going to want to hear. It's not just the fathers that raise these kids to be irresponsible. Part of the responsibility also falls on the mothers for their failings as well.
And the only ones mad would be the ones that never wanted accountability in the first place.
Actually, I believe that any human being that thinks rationally would find the proposed mutilation of one demographic of children to be not just offensive, but utterly reprehensible.
So yeah, call it savage. But if we snip the problem at the root, we'd finally see what society looks like when women aren't carrying it all.
I wonder if they know that some individuals used to believe in the sterilization of women and other ethnic groups for the betterment of society. And we've found that to be against human rights. But as long as it's against men, apparently that's okay.
I'm not sure how they do it, but they always find something dumb to say. I mean, check this out. Even at your age, you're still saying stupid stuff like this, and you're wondering why men aren't willing to help you out. You're wondering why Men aren't generous and chivalrous anymore. You saying dumb stuff like that is definitely not going to want to make it. A man's not going to be around you. I mean, forget a man wanting to help you. There's not going to be a man in the vicinity to even offer assistance with this stupid attitude.
Are you single or in a relationship?
I'm not gonna answer that one.
You wanna get in there?
Yeah.
Are you single or in a relationship?
I'm in a relationship.
With her?
No, we're not.
Y'all aren't together?
What?
That's what she said.
Y'all aren't?
Okay, anyways, let's keep him out. Bye bye.
This guy's gonna make you Snapchat fucking famous.
Keep going, keep going.
I'm a victim, but...
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, you know how it is. Like, you always see these, like, sad... You always feel bad for them. Chicks, they say for, like, 6 months we're in a relationship, and then they say on camera they're not. I always feel bad for those guys. It looks like I was one. That's gonna get you some views. That's some real... No, boss. Thank you.
Alright.
Hey, I needed you more than you ever knew.
That interviewer doesn't even know that he's just saved that fella's life. Know what I'm saying? Just, and isn't it mad, the fact that he's drunk? Like, he's pissed right there, he's drunk. And he still knows what's going on. He still knows that she's for the streets there.
You're more looking for an accessory at that point.
Okay.
And also, why does it matter how much a girl goes out?
Sure.
You know?
Yep.
It's like so controlling vibes.
Okay.
And like, you don't even have a degree or like, what was your job again?
I work for Versace.
Oh, period. But still, like, that is like such an ick.
Okay, no worries.
But nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, thank you.
And is she typically somebody that you would go for?
She's dressed very nice, but actually she's not my type at all.
What's your type?
Not you.
My date showed up with her best friend. They ordered the most expensive food and drinks. I said I had to use the bathroom. I hope Daddy's credit card works.
People are mad at me for leaving a date who brought her best friend to dinner. Essentially, I had a date plan with one of the girls, and when I arrived, she said her friend was joining us. And when we sat down, they started ordering drinks and appetizers and complimented me the whole time. At this point, I knew this was a scam, and I left. And people are saying that I didn't have a right to leave because those women probably earn triple my wage, and I can't face the embarrassment of not being able to afford cheap drinks. And that poor dude shouldn't...
Exact thing. You go in car shopping, right? And you kind of want to get that foreign. But then you look into the maintenance and you're like, whoa, I can't afford that. Same exact thing applies to girls.
See, but the problem here is we got way too many Kia Altimas thinking they're an 812 super fast. Takes you 80 seconds to get from 0 to 60. Let's dial it back.
I got an abortion for no good reason other than I simply was not ready to be a...
Engine, destroy, especially for to meet an end.
Women in Atlanta or women in general in 2025 or dating today, like their standards are too high. I've just did a couple of interviews and a lot of the guys are saying, especially for the women in Atlanta, their standards are way too high. They need to come bring it down and just remove all that superficial stuff when it comes to dating in Atlanta.
Yeah, so I'm a mental health therapist, and so I deal with single women all the time. And when they're talking about their dating, I try to tell them, like, it's not about you. It's about the other person. And so one of the things I asked them is, how did you make that first date that man's best first date? What did you do? What questions did you ask? Did you generally try to get to know him? Did you compliment him? Did you say, oh, that's cool? Not just a interview, not just trying to check off these boxes, but how can I go home to my family or my friends and say, bro, that was a great date for me. And even as I'm conscious about that on my dates, like, did she try to make
To
me
engage.
feel like that? Or was she here just really for her? And that's okay, but it just means that it's not an investable thing in the long term for myself. So that's something I ask single women all the time. And my best friends too, like, was that man's best first date? And they don't think about that type of things because I'm getting ready. I'm okay. I got my education. I'm making it. I'm self-sufficient. Awesome. And that's amazing, but that doesn't apply to relationships. It's like trying to compare basketball and swimming. Those characteristics don't compete with each other. So this is about, can you connect with somebody? Can you emotionally move them? Can you make them feel safe? Can you make them feel like in this world of chaos that when they come home to you, that they can be at peace? And those other things don't necessarily correlate with that.
In a long-term relationship, eventually the woman will become the responsible one. And I know what you're thinking, but no. She becomes responsible for the fighting, the arguing, the headaches.
Andrew, I literally, do you know I have 3 knives right here? And you're
Okay.
still just talking, running your mouth?
What are you gonna do? You're not gonna cook with them.
Andrew?
You know why I feel like I feel so comfortable with you? Like why this relationship makes me feel comfortable?
Why?
Because this relationship reminds me of me and my ex. Like it's literally like home. But obviously we're better because we work out. We're still working out, so. So what do you think? Do you think that's why?
Men? Yeah. We're the ones that built the whole place you live in. Men win. I hate driving on roads. Who got me pregnant? Oh, it's like that's you doing a fat joke? Yeah. Wait till I call you fat. Yeah, now it's offensive. Were you fan? Was he a fan and just brought you, or you guys just came randomly? Random? Yeah, that makes sense. It's like showing up to a Trump rally. Like, I thought this was Kamala tonight. I don't know what the happened. You wouldn't have been here tonight if what? If the Yankees game wasn't postponed. Oh, well, I wish it wasn't postponed. How did you two meet? The internet. You met on the internet? How long ago?
Yesterday.
Oh, bro, it's a godsend that you came to this show.
Pretty much. It's going to be about the last date that you two go on. With her talking about that type of stuff, I mean, we sit up here and say that men are showing red flags and, you know, you let them talk enough. Unprompted. Unprompted. Modern women are going to tell you exactly who they are unprompted every single time. And not only do we have to just take the word of a modern woman, we can sit up here and look at her actions. So when she says, I don't really be out in the streets like that. Oh, really? You mind if I see your Instagram? You mind if I see your TikTok or whatever? To see if you're actually not in the street. You mind if I go through these things? And now I understand when you're a certain age, you know, you might dress a certain way, right? You might be feeling yourself a little bit, right? So maybe you might wear something here and there that a future partner might be like, ooh, no, absolutely not, right? But these modern women, I'm saying that because I don't want to leave room for grace. Because, well, for myself, I haven't always been perfect. There's some things that I've done that I'm like, oh, well, if somebody knew that about me, they wouldn't necessarily appreciate that. We'll say it like that. So when going through photos, I sometimes see people and I'm like, nah, that's not gonna be it. But then sometimes I'm like, okay, you know, that's not something that I would have done. That's not something that I would have, you know, worn, or that's not an environment that I would have been in. But if it's a question about it, if I have a question about it and I need more information, call me kind of forceful and blunt, but I would bring that up the next conversation that we had, right? I would figure out a way. I'd spend my time figuring out a way on how to bring it up. And it'd be tactful. It would be polite, but I would want to ask that question to see where their head's at. And I would watch intently to see, you know, if this is the stuff that you're up to, like, what are you doing, right? But then there's times where you see certain profiles and activity where you're like, nah, this is just too much for me. Number one. Number two, you have most modern women out here that are just going buck wild. And we're not even talking about the past, where a man can, and in a lot of situations is willing to give you grace, is willing to let it slide, right? A man will reflect on what he's doing and they'll be like, well, you know, maybe I was a little wild too. But you guys are still wild today. And when a man extends even further and says, well, you know, if you're in a relationship with me, I don't really do that. You get in his face and you're like, I'm going to keep on doing it. And if you can't handle the baddie, then just say that. Done. And that's when the videos of where are all the good men? Why won't a man approach me? Where are the real men, the alpha males, the double alphas that can handle a woman like me? You ran them off. You just told that man, even after he extended boatloads of grace to you, you were going to continue not being exclusive to him. You're telling that man to dump money into you just for you to do whatever you want. Absolutely not.
Propose to me in Paris, that would be so predictable.
No, I wouldn't predict that at all.
What are we doing?
We're packing for Europe.
No, like, where is this going?
France.
Michael, you're not hearing me.
Where's that voice coming from?
We've stopped growing.
Because we're adults.
You know, I finally dive in the pool and you're doing the backstroke.
From the swimming?
Not with you.
I didn't suggest it. And I didn't pack a bathing suit. Good call. We should bring suits.
Is there anyone?
Well, if that's the case, then every man who interacts or is in a relationship with a woman is abused. Just saying.
A woman to completely forget a man, what I'm going to say next may hurt you. If a man forgets a woman, it may take a year, 3 or 5 years, or even a whole lifetime. But for a woman, all it takes is for another man to appear in her life to forget a man who was once good to her. That's the reality.
My idea. Someone else out there in their 40s like me who feels kind of invisible. Like, I'm not as cute as I was in my 20s and 30s. I'm definitely not as fit as I was in my 20s and 30s. I don't have as much hair as I used to have. It's literally falling off like the top of my head.
You do become a little more invisible the older you get as a woman, unfortunately. I don't get asked out on a lot of dates. I never get asked out on dates. I don't know if it's being 55 in Los Angeles or if it's just a strange town.
What is the biggest confidence killer for women over 50? Men over 50. They never look at you anymore.
When I was 55, I felt like I was starting to fade. I felt like I was starting to go invisible. I felt dismissed. I felt ignored. I felt like I was washed up.
When I was 15, I started modeling, and it was a very hard thing to walk away from. Then around the age of 45, I started noticing that the way I was perceived was slightly different than what I had become used to. And then I would put photos of myself in bikinis. All of a sudden, I started getting the influx of, "Are you a little desperate there, Grandma? How about you cover up and spare us the look of your poor aging body?" I was sort of getting relinquished to the invisible women.
It's an evil world we live in.
Okay, you guys are all just like really misogynistic.
How do you define misogyny? how do you? I'm just asking how you define misogyny.
Can I go? The most attractive men you would ever see, I would turn them down immediately over like some like mid white boy.
You've just made a categorization. So you said there's beautiful men and there's mid men. Why are you able to make an objective determination about someone's physical appearance, but you can't do that to yourself?
I will always consider myself a 10. I do what I want with the way I look.
But how can, if it's...
Bro, you can knock down these specifics. You want me to say I'm like a 9? I don't care
what you say.
I really don't care what you think about how I look.
That's fine.
Are you alright? Well, it's kind of like stressful. You're putting me on a podcast to debate how I look, and I've already said I don't care. No. We talked about how much longer you want to go on about it. I don't give a... Call me an 8. I don't care what the f*** you want to call me.
Wife is demanding a $40 million settlement less than a year after they just got married. I believe they just got married in May, so was it June, July, August? 3 months after marriage. We tried to tell that this girl did not love him. She was there for the publicity, she was there for the free ride, and she was there for the money. That's it. That's all. But it's some who will not take a lesson, who will not use other people's experience, who will not use other people's knowledge and wisdom. They like, no, I need to touch the stove and actually see that it's hot and burn my hand before I learn my lesson. And he just happened to be one of them. Now, will she get this $40 million settlement or not? I don't know, but he sure didn't sign a prenup, so she's getting something. It ain't even been 6 months and she's already ready to divorce him. She just waited till he got to NFL, signed that contract, married him, and then left him, which most of the richest women in the world is because they divorce million and billionaires.
I think I just saw where they were having a baby, where they had just announced, they're having their first child. I think it's a boy. So I'm hoping these are just rumors. And I really hope they make it. Would I have married her with some of the stuff that we were hearing in the media? Probably not. Probably not. But once the deal is done, man, I hope y'all get it together. She stops doing some weird stuff. Whatever you doing, you stop doing that, and y'all decide to build a life together. I'm serious about that.
Just got passed by a girl. Didn't really need the sticker to figure that one out, did we?
Girl, it is the bare minimum. He paid for your food? Great, my dad does that. He said that you were pretty? My mom does that every single day.
And yet you're still on the internet asking for a man to do it, huh? Go give mommy and daddy a call. You said they'll do it. You don't need one of us.
If women are drafted to the military, I am most excited to see the confrontation between commanding officers and the girls.
Between commanding officers and the girls? Oh dear.
Think we're gonna let you yell at us? You think we're gonna do something without a please and thank you?
Please allow me to introduce a little reality into this situation, because personnel in the military are under legal obligation to follow all lawful orders that they are given. And a please and a thank you are not required.
We've all had controlling ex-boyfriends. We know not to put up with that.
It's almost as if they're not understanding that it's not just men that are in positions of authority in the military.
Like, let's sit down and have a conversation about what you want and what I want, and we'll reach a happy medium. Because there's no way I'm doing what you want when you use that tone with me. You think you can push us around like you do with these men? Think again, baby. You're gonna learn some manners.
And I think one would learn very quickly that having a bad attitude and obvious problems with people in positions of authority wouldn't get one very far. But most importantly, the Uniform Code of Military Justice doesn't play.
Your world and society, I think men should have to pay women for looking at them.
Dated men and I've dated women,
After having a serious girlfriend, I've literally reached out to exes and apologized to them because
I love that.
I saw the worst version
I
of
love
myself.
that.
Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Like, you're over here and I'm just trying to get dressed.
How long does it take?
Pathetic asking me to pay for the food. Just go around the drive-thru. I want a large fillet of fish meal with a chocolate milkshake.
Yeah, that's fine. You can have that, but you can pay for it. You're too used to me paying for everything. And considering you've been embarrassed about what I do for a living, you made that crystal clear yesterday, my money surely isn't good enough. So this time you can buy your own meal.
I haven't even bought my purse. Just stop being hard work.
Looks like it's only me and my mummy eating tonight then.
How is just pathetic.
No, you're just a freeloader. Can I have 2 6-nugget meals, please? Medium, please. One with a Coke, one with a strawberry milkshake. That's it, thank you.
So you can buy your mum food, but you can't buy your girlfriend food.
No, I'm buying my mum food because she's not embarrassed about what I do for a living, and she's actually quite proud of what I do, unlike you that lie to your friends about what I do.
Wow, some girls are getting taken to Dubai by their boyfriends that are forex traders.
Tell me if I got like really fat or
You guys are not, you're not built like us. Guys can say to each other, and guys are like, yeah, you know what, you're right, I gotta get my together. And women are just weak. So you say something, women are fragile, and here's the they're also
Women are stupid.
Well, here's the thing, there's a lot of truth to that. Women are
Oh my god.
women are weaker and dumber than men.
Weaker and dumb or emotionally intelligent?
No. Women, in a lot of ways, you could just say women are pathetic. And so when you have to speak honestly, you have to talk to a woman like you would a child. Hey, sugar and a lot of carbs, they actually aren't that good for you. Unless you're going to expend a lot of energy. I think I might get into some tuna. Something like that. Something like that.
I hate you so much.
But it's not your fault.
There's nothing wrong with me. Maybe there's something wrong with the universe.
I don't want a man who's only going to judge me based on my size. You just caught him short. We don't want a woman that's only gonna base us based off our height. I'm the same way he doesn't qualify for you. With your figure, a lot of guys you won't qualify for. Give me a second. That's okay.
Do you want a hug?
Dry it on up. I'll be talking big until somebody bring you on right on back on down the red.
It won't break.
Yes, it will.
You believe me?
No.
Just believe me. Watch. Okay?
This better not break.
Shit. It's practically for you to catch it.
Why would I catch it when you just said you'd throw it up and it wouldn't break?
Well, I thought you would know that a plate would break that. The whole point was for you to catch it so I could say, aha, I was right. You're supposed to catch it. Why would you let your son throw up a plate that you knew that would break? Why would you?
I don't know, honestly. I don't. I'm an idiot, I guess.
And basically your fault.
Okay, it's not my
Dad,
If women had access to all of the firearms on Earth that exist, they still don't have the requisite brute force that would be necessary to keep men under control. They just wouldn't. Because men have a monopoly on force. I'll give you an example. If tomorrow men decided to enslave all women would be enslaved. However, if tomorrow all women decided to enslave all men, they do not have the force doctrine and requisite necessary to do so. If you were the head of a prison, would you rather have all male or all female guards? If you were dealing with dangerous prisoners?
I mean. Sorry, honey. I love you. You okay? Yep. You got enough water? Yep. You feeling good? Uh-huh. Should I shut up? Yep. Okay.
Dating a woman that can't control her mouth when she's angry is the same as dating a man who can't control his hands when he's angry. It's just a different form of abuse. That's some super hella fact.
Never made a woman pay for herself on a date. You seem like the type that would do 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yes or no?
No. I feel I'm the provider of the family.
You're the provider,
Yeah, I feel
so
like
you have
that's
money.
is that what you're here for?
No, I'm here for love.
Or,
But I can never love a broke man. So everybody put your head down if you don't have money.
If more than half the guys raise their hands, the men may vote to replace the girl. I'll leave it on you guys. They all wanted to swap.
And that's what happens when you get rejected.
These modern women, man, at some point in time, they have to be humble. You got your feelings hurt. You can't be out there talking crazy.